Hi and welcome to Literary Hype. I am Stephanie, your Literary Hype woman, back with another author conversation. And today it's giving us a little bit of a sneak peek into an upcoming Netflix movie with a fantastic cast. I'm talking to Soman Chainani, the author of The School for Good and Evil. We caught up with him at San Diego Comic-Con as he was kind of presenting the first little tidbits of The School for Good and Evil to some fans. So, Soman, you have a big project coming up.
Indeed.
With The School for Good and Evil is getting a movie on Netflix, and you're an executive producer. How was that different from actually putting the books together?
You know, when you're writing a book, it's 100% your imagination, and you're able to have total control over the way you depict it on the page because you have so much more flexibility. There's no constraints, there's no budget. It's just literally your visual imagination spilled out. And then when you're actually making it into something for real life, you depend on an amazing director and an amazing studio. You know, we had Paul Feig, we had Netflix, so we had this sort of like dream team combination to put it together. And they did just an absolutely fantastic job. And ultimately what you have to do is take a big book and kind of distill it to its main themes and main points. And it's difficult, but I think they pulled it off.
There's always a lot of complaints when a book becomes a movie. It's not the same. Are there any little things that got changed along the way that that fans might want to be aware of?
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's a different medium. So when, for instance, an audiobook of School for Good and Evil is 13 hours, and a movie version is 2 hours. So they're just not the same at all. You know, your imagination has no budget, and it has no sort of frame of reference, and it can really build something infinite. And so you have to treat it as completely different. And there were times where I would come in and be like, why don't we make this change to make it easier? And it was bigger than any change I think they were comfortable with sometimes. So I was always pushing them to make changes so that it would work as a movie. Because I think what's important to me is that it's not just for the fans, but it's for the whole world now. You know, a new audience gets to discover it, but the fans also have to be happy. So that's a tricky, balance, but I think we did it.
You got a fantastic cast for this. What was it like working with the likes of Kerry Washington and Cate Blanchett and all of those wonderful actors? You
know, that's because of our director, Paul Feig. He has such an amazing reputation in Hollywood, and everybody wants to work with him. So you get Charlize and Kerry and Lawrence Fishburne and Michelle Yeoh and all these great actors lining up to work with him. And I think they do such a fantastic job in this movie that I think it's going to hopefully be a whole new kind of family-friendly, magical property that we haven't had in a very long time, that I think people will love.
What other writing projects do you have coming up?
So I'm later this summer, I'm going to finish the second prequel to The School for Good and Evil about the two schoolmasters. That'll be this little duology. And then I'm adapting my book, Beast and Beauty, into a television series for Sony 3000. So that'll be the next big project, and I'm really excited to work with them on that one.
And since this is Literary Hype, what books are you hyped about right now?
Oh, I'm reading a lot. I just finished Song of Achilles, which everyone had been telling me to read, but once I read, I completely understood the hype. I just think the language of that book and the depth of it is just unbelievable. So, yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
Thank you for doing this and taking the time.
No problem. Thank you. Thanks to Soman for making time to talk to me about his upcoming projects. At a very busy convention. San Diego Comic-Con is no joke if you've never been. It is chaos everywhere. So to get a few minutes with him was pretty special. In the meantime, while we wait on the Netflix film to come out, you can check out his books and get caught up on the reading. The links to those will be down below in the description. And don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed this content and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the author conversations and shenanigans coming your way. Thanks for watching.